based on a Stephen King. Whoa, not Stephen King. Ooh.
Let me take you in the shed.
wait.
In the shed.
Bow! How's everybody doing this week? Welcome back to In the Shed. It's your host with the most, the boy Hancer. Sometimes I like to drive a Lancer. Sometimes I do, maybe I think I'm a dancer, but I am trying to find the cure of cancer. I'm here with the boy Bob. How you doing, Bob? So hope you guys are doing good. Welcome back to our chill spot. It's the home of positivity, the pathway to connection. This is In the Shed. So welcome back in, guys. I hope you're having an awesome week. I hope you're having an awesome month. It is October. We're in officially the fall season. I'm feeling the cold a little bit, guys. It's getting chilly out here. But it's a great month. Halloween is at the end of the month. I know a lot of people don't celebrate Halloween, but it's just another excuse to enjoy the day. Some people need something, you know? Let me just, that's a little better. Sorry about that. Fix the beanbag a little bit. Am I close to you, Bob? Should I just push you a little bit that way? You're a little close. The boy Bob is. Anyways, the boy is straight chilling. You're a little close, man. You're all over the plant, Bob. What the hell were you doing when I was out here? Did you go to school today? Got a couple of questions for that boy. Some people need a purpose, something to help them have a good day, to help them enjoy, celebrate. So if we didn't have Halloween, you know, for some people October would come and go. You know, yeah, we got some holidays here and there, but some people just need that. You know, that's their reason to be like, oh, you know what? Let's go dress up a little bit. Let's enjoy the spooky activities. You know, little pumpkin patch action, little apple picking, peaches. A lot of fall activities. What you like doing in the fall? Let me know down below. I'm always looking for new things to. Whoa, I got the hiccups. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. What was that? I'm always looking for more to do. I feel like I don't do enough. I go to work, then I be at home. Today was a long day at work. The doctor was sick, so we fell behind like an hour and a half. Patients were pissed. I'm surprised they didn't walk away. They didn't walk out of the office. I'm just surprised that they even they complained, but they didn't actually leave. A lot of times they leave if that happens. You know, you go to the doctors, you got an appointment time. You don't really want to be waiting that long, but stuff comes up. Doctor was sick. There was emergency with some of the patients. When the doctor got to see someone after the hospital, they got a lot to talk about. So, that will drag you down. But we made it back home. It was just another day. It was Friday, so it's time for the weekend. And so that was that. Work was alright. Work is work. What we gonna do about it? Last time I talked to you guys, I told you we talked about UFC 320, and I told you guys that the boy Charles do Bronx Oliveira was fighting in Brazil, in his home country, against Matus Gamrot. Some people were a little iffy about the fight because Charles fought 3 months ago and got knocked the fuck out by Ilia Topuria. I can't lie and say I didn't really think about that a little bit. I was like, boy, oh boy, if I see the boy Charles sleeping again, I'm going to be tight. But the boy Charles Oliveira is undefeated in Brazil. And that record still stands 7-0 in Brazil. The boy is undefeated in his home country. Ain't nobody making him take it out in front of his home crowd. Screw that. Charles gets that second round submission. He played with Gamrot the whole fight. Wasn't even an issue, you know. Gamrot just got like a takedown or two, and that's it. And Charles was able to do what he does. So I was happy about that. We got the boy Charles back in the win column. He wants to fight Max Holloway next for the BMF title, baddest motherfucker alive title. So that's fire. I would love to see that fight. I would love for Charles to get that W back from Max. They fought many years ago and ended up in like an injury L for Charles. So I would love for Charles to get that W back. And who knows? Maybe get another win, 2 wins, and we fight him for the belt again. Who knows? But That's cool. What else have you guys been up to? What else have you been doing? The other day I went to Hibachi. I've been trying to go to Hibachi for a couple months now, and stuff kept getting in the way, vacation, Puerto Rico, whatever, and then I'll escape my mind. So a couple restaurants I want to hit that I've been thinking about for a couple months since the summer, and I didn't get to in the summer, so still gotta go. Still got that on the to-do list. I haven't had Hibachi in a long time, so went to Hibachi, had so much freaking fun. Do you ever like sit at the hibachi table? Like most of the time I go to hibachi, I go with a bunch of people. This time it's just me and Shorty. We go to hibachi, and it's literally just us two. There's a couple with their daughter celebrating her birthday, and another couple sitting across. It was just us with the boy. The boy he told us his name was Jackie Chan. I don't know if he is related to Jackie Chan. I've never seen him in any other movies. I don't think he does his own stunts. This Jackie Chan that we met at the hibachi, I don't think he does. I'm gonna show you guys right here. He was giving me that sake.
Hey, no
So I'll show you
diddy,
guys right
man.
here. I'll
No
show you guys
diddy.
that. The boy told me his name was Jackie Chan. I swear to God. So I didn't think he was the right one. I didn't see him in the movies. He wasn't the one I saw in Karate Kid. Anyways. You guys like hibachi? Hibachi's so freaking good, man. And honestly, man, out of all Asian cuisine, hibachi's the easiest to just heat up afterwards. The next day is still, you heat it up for a minute or two, and it's piping hot and it feels fresh, just like it came off the piping hot stove thingamajiggy that they cook it on. So that's sick. You have hibachi, boy? I didn't bring you the other day. But hibachi's lit. I love hibachi. I want to go to Cajun Claws next. I've been saying that for a while. The other day I said I wanted a nice piece of steak, that I was going to go on the weekend for a nice piece of steak, and I didn't end up with hibachi. So I think for restaurants right now, trying to go have some Cajun Claws, some crab boil, maybe a little voodoo crab. I don't know which one I like better. And I'm trying to hit a nice steakhouse, either Brazilian steakhouse or just nice American steakhouse. In the mood for a nice steak, nice medium steak. How you like your steak? Like nice medium steak will be nice. And make sure that cow is grass fed, no antibiotics. Screw that. That's the stuff that be messing up your stomach. This is why we got stomach issues in this country, guys. You got stomach issues. Everybody got stomach issues. The other day, my cousin was at the doctor's. They told him that he got a parasite in the stomach. And I'm talking to him, and I don't know what was happening to him that day, because he's usually good at math. His math was not mathing that day. Because I told him, listen, maybe that's what I got. My stomach be acting up. He was like, I mean, it's rare. The doctor said that 1 out of 2 people have it. And I was like, well, that's not rare, buddy. That's 50% of the population if 1 out of 2 got it. He was like, oh, shit, you're right. Well, honestly, man, I think I got that. The other day I went to my primaries and I told them, send me back to the gastro, man. I'm trying to go see a new gastro. I don't like the last gastro. He told me that I was just snoring too much, and that's it. Screw that. So I told him, listen, give me a referral. I'm going to see whoever I want, and then have them pump out my stomach or something. Who knows? Hate stomach issues, man. You got to watch what you eat. You got to make sure that what you're eating is clean. Keep eating what you eat. The first step should be get the clean version of whatever you're eating. Try that first. Maybe that'll fix everything. That doesn't fix everything. Then start cutting down stuff, Turn it a little more healthy. Switch to the Mediterranean diet. That diet seems to be the best diet. Try again. I've honestly tried everything with my stomach. I'm ready for them to take a look. From the back and the front. I'm ready for them to take a look. So, hate gastro issue, guys. It messes with my anxiety. It gives me so much pain. It's horrible. It's very debilitating, I would say. So, if you got gastro issues, guys, go check that out. It's amazing. Like, I've dealt with this my whole life. So, honestly, sometimes it doesn't feel like there's an end to it. Like it's hard for my brain to picture a day where I won't feel like that. So even on the days that I don't have to wake up early for work, I still wake up with a little something in my stomach. So it's unbelievable. I'm hoping that before the New Year's, I'm all fixed up, guys. So be sure you're all gonna hear about it. No one else gonna hear about it. You're all gonna hear about it. So make sure to stick around. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to In the Shed, the best podcast coming out of Long Island. You already know. So Yeah, guys, get yourself checked out. I don't like doctors, but when you gotta go, you gotta go. And it's better. It's better to go. And the doctor's like, oh, you got a little something that could have turned into something bad. Let's get rid of it like this. Then you can waiting and waiting and waiting. And then it turns into something bad. So do the right thing, guys. Do the right thing. Hydration break. Back. We're back, guys. So yeah, gotta go. Make sure you stay hydrated. That could lead to a lot of discomfort here. So make sure you stay hydrated. I try to start drinking water as soon as I wake up, and that helps me with my bowel movement, guys. Little trick right there, little tip and trick. Anyways, guys. I got a couple subreddits I went through. I wanna read a couple. I wanna read and react to a couple of subreddits that I saw. I thought about this cool little segment I would like to do. So starting today, guys, we are doing the Reddit Reviews subreddit. So I'm gonna start with, I think the first one I went through was, am I an asshole? So let's go through some of these. Let's find out. Is this person an asshole? Is this person that wrote this, are they an asshole? Bobby, can you act like you wrote this? Can we act like we're here sitting down with you, the author of this little subreddit? Yeah? Alright. The boy Bob submitted this. The boy Bob. So we're gonna go through it. So let's get into the first one, guys. I'll put it up here so you guys can read it with me. It's a little long one. A couple of them are long. So let's go for this one. Am I an asshole for replacing pictures of my cousins with pictures of my dog? My grandpa's birthday was a couple weeks ago, 6 weeks before his birthday. I texted all my siblings and cousins, there's 9 of us, and told them to send me a picture of themselves within the next 4 weeks so I could put it into a phone case for our grandpa's birthday. 2 weeks later, I sent the text again saying I needed pictures of them, and anybody who chooses not to send a picture will be replaced by a picture of my dog. I had 3 cousins tell me to screenshot pictures from their Instagrams. I didn't respond. I sent a text on the day before I put that order saying anybody that did not send me a picture of themselves in the next 24 hours will be replaced by a picture of my dog. The same 3 cousins never sent pictures. Their spots on the case were replaced with my dog in a sombrero, my dog at the pumpkin patch, my dog in a chicken costume. They came over for my grandpa's birthday and saw him open his new phone case. They saw their picture went on the case and got mad at me for not picking something off their Instagram, like they told me to. That was an awkward read. I'm sorry. I said that I sent 3 reminders to them, a picture with a clear warning, and everybody that did not send a picture would be replaced with a picture of the dog. They knew exactly what would happen. My grandpa finds this hilarious. Both their parents telling my parents that I kept them off the phone case on purpose, and they want me to apologize. Am I an asshole for replacing them with a picture of my dog? That's a good one. That's a good one. I could so see how that could happen. I have a large family, and I could see that happening in my family. Are they an asshole? Are you an asshole for doing this, Bob? Is Bobby an asshole for doing this? So your grandfather will be my dad. So is Bob an asshole? No, I don't think so. That one cousin did the right thing. They sent the reminders. If the other 3 cousins cared enough for their grandpa, they would have sent pictures. That's selfie, a nice little selfie. They would have found something in their camera roll. They would have went and grabbed the picture from Instagram themselves and would have been like, use this. If they care, they would have cared of what picture of them goes on there. Not just grab whatever from my Instagram. And now they want to get mad, knowing damn well what was going to happen. No, we ain't having it. We ain't having it. At the end of the day, the grandpa, the most important person, it was his birthday, the grandpa enjoyed it. And that's the most important part. I wonder if you guys could hear the rancheros going on outside. We got the jams playing right now, guys. Bow! Let's go to the next one. Boom! We got the next one here. Let's read it. Am I an asshole for calling out my boyfriend's mom at a family dinner after she mocked my cosplay hobby and called it childish? I'm a 25-year-old female, been dating my boyfriend, 27-year-old male, for 5 months, and last night blew up at his family's Sunday dinner. I'm a huge cosplayer, sue my own costumes like Sailor Moon or Diva from Overwatch, go to cons, post on IG, and it's my escape and my creative outlet. Plus, I'm a graphic designer, so it ties into my job skills. His family knows this, but they've been side-eyeing it very hard. So dinner at their house with parents, sister, and a couple aunts. Everything's fine at first, chatting about work. Then his mom asks about my weekend. I mention prepping for a con next month. She laughs, not nice, and says, "Cosplay? Is that childish dress up for attention at your age? Shouldn't you focus on real adult things like settling down?" The table goes awkward and quiet. His sister jumps in. "Yeah, those IG's pigs look desperate for likes." I felt my first burn. Total betrayal vibe. Because I've been polite and dressed normal. No costume. My boyfriend mumbled, "Mom, drop it." But didn't defend me strong. If I could feel this I could feel this intense heat in my chest and face, and didn't know how to cope with it, the fact that it was happening. I tried to brush it off at first, explain how it's art and community, but inside I'm raging and hurt. They kept pushing. Dad even said, "Hobbies like that scare off serious partners." Finally, I snapped and called out his mom. "That's rude and judgmental. You don't know me or what I cosplay means. It's not childish. It's creative. No, and if you can't respect my passion, sorry about that. And if you can't respect my passion, maybe I don't belong here." I stood up and grabbed my bag and left crying. Boyfriend followed me and said I would react and embarrass everyone. It's a long one, guys. I'm getting lost. And embarrassed everyone. Especially since it was just teasing. Now my family's texting him, and now his family's texting him saying I'm dramatic and immature, proving their point. He wants me to apologize for making a scene, but I'm really sad they attacked me first. There's something blocking. I don't know if it's I'm really sad at the end. Anyways. Whoa! A lot to unpack here. Bob. A lot to unpack here. So, what do you guys think about this? They seem to be at an age where they're fully adults. They know what they're doing. They're responsible for their own relationship. There seems to be a lot of childish talk. Judgmental talk. The mom shouldn't be this judgmental. The mom shouldn't be on top of the daughter. Whoa, it's not even the daughter. I guess the daughter-in-law. The daughter knows what she's doing. She has a job. If you don't know these things, if you're questioning these things, I guess pull your son to the side and ask him. Don't press her up at the dinner. Don't ruin dinner. Is this what dinner's about? A couple of weeks ago, I talked about how I miss the family structure at dinner. How I miss sitting down with my family and hearing them argue. Not like this. What the hell? Just banter, man. Just banter. That is a little unbelievable. The boyfriend should defend her, especially because she said that he knows about this. He supports it privately. She added on a little bit after the post I read. He should defend his woman. That's your partner. If you're serious about this girl, defend her. If the family doesn't understand, let them not understand. It's not for them to understand. If they do, great. If they don't, cool. They're not the one cosplaying. It's not their time. If you really don't like the girl, what she does, tell your son. If he doesn't like her, he was going to leave her. Anyways, she has the right to feel the way she does. Should she apologize? Maybe she should. She could have handled that differently. She could have. Just like the parents could have handled that differently. The whole dinner table could have handled that differently. But it's nothing that a little sit down and talk won't fix. That's it. If you're serious about this, just sit down and talk about it. That's it. Communication always fixes everything. Problems usually start because I'm trying to guess what he's thinking, and I'm like, man, this guy's such an a-hole for thinking that. I don't even know if he's thinking that. How about I ask him, yo, Bob, you were thinking that? No? Then we cool? I guess we cool. Everything's all good all in the hood. Come on, boy. Be straight. Anyways, we'll head to the next one. I hope they figure this out. And if it's not meant to be, they won't figure it out. And that's cool, too. That's fine. To each their own. Let's head to the next one, guys. Boom, boom, boom. Switching the subreddit. On this one, we got Today I Fed Up. I guess fed up for fudged up. I'm trying to not to curse, guys. I'm trying to keep the cursing on the low. So I'm not trying to say what that word is replacing. Fudged. I fed up today. I fudged up today. Let's go with that. Today, I messed up. And it's 14 years too late to fix. Most of us have a name for a spouse or significant other. Playing with cereal one day, I changed my wife's name on my phone to Tits McGee. and never bother to change it back. Obviously, when you change the name of someone on your phone, that means associated with all the contact information for them. Whoa. Sorry about. Oops. Obviously, when you change the name of someone's name on your phone, I'm having a stroke, guys. I'm sorry. That name is associated with the contact information of that person. So even though my wife's name isn't part of her email address, every time I emailed her, the name shown will be Tits McGee. For 14 years, I thought I was the only one that saw that. However, every email I sent that had my wife copied on, the recipient saw Tits McGee every freaking email, including our daycare center. I would like to thank the wonderful team at Chuck E. Cheese event planning for pointing this information out to me in a very extremely professional manner. Tits McGee, what? Listen, I am married. Is this what be happening when you get married? I'm married. I don't be naming my partner names like that on my phone. I guess back in high school, my first girlfriend, I changed her name on my phone to Sweet Cheeks as a joke. And she really liked it. And she thought it was funny. She laughed about it. And then after a couple of days, and I was like, let me change it back. She was like, why do you want to change it back? So she made me keep it that way. Yeah, I had that. That was her name, her whole relationship. Sweet Cheeks. So that set out Sweet Cheeks, I guess. She's somewhere out there having sweet cheeks. I don't know. Anyways, what? So I think that doesn't make any sense to me because why would that show for everyone else? Oh, it's unbelievable. And you think people thought that was her name? People were like, dude, her name is Tits and her last name is McGee. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's an interesting one. Don't be naming your spouse funny things like that. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't really know how to even react. How do you do that? I'm trying to think. Like, I guess if my partner's name was Sweet Cheeks on the ono and everything, and then somehow, some way, I don't know. Listen, man. All I got to say is, good luck, Charlie, man. Good luck, man. Whatever. Good luck. You're probably getting crazy side eyes like the last one we just read. Everywhere you went after you sent a couple emails, the schools you went to pick up your kids, they're probably like, bro, you signed up your kid for lacrosse last week and we saw that email. Anyways, guys, let's get to the next one. I think I only got one more, maybe one more. Let's get to the next one. I got two more. Guys. So let's read this one and then we'll get to the last one. Again, this one is in Today I Fudged Up. So let's read this one. In case you're having a bad day at work, this happened today. I was using the bathroom at work this morning to relieve my bowels of some building pressure, and all a part of the normal routine. I like this guy. This guy sounds like me. I was using the bathroom at work this morning to relieve my bowels, blah, blah, blah. I'm going on a trip this weekend to golf. Looking forward to it. While sitting on the toilet, I watched a hole-by-hole walkthrough for about 20 minutes. So 20 minutes sitting in there. We can all relate. Feet start to fall asleep. Not really realizing that and the implication it could have. My legs went completely numb from sitting on the toilet too long. I stood up and bent over to wipe and fell head first through the stall door. And no force that it became unlatched and onto the ground. This scared the shit out of the person using their urinal beside it. Scared the shit out of the person using their urinal beside it. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Where was I? It bent over to wipe and fell on my head head first through the stall door, enough force that it became unlatched and onto the ground. This scared the shit out of the person using the urinal beside it, and he nearly peed on me as he was frighteningly turned around as I was scrambling to get back up with my pants down. Ass out, and the stall door swinging out around at him, almost hitting him. Getting up was no small feat. Pants around my ankles, numb legs. I thought I'd never walk again as I scooted back into the stall to finish what I started. I don't think I can come to work once the word gets out about this. No, buddy. No. Quit your job. Start job hunting. You ain't going back to that job, man. I wouldn't go back. A couple months ago, someone blew the bathroom up. Someone went in there, sprayed the toilet, the employee bathroom, sprayed the toilet, the seat, everything about that thing. Horrible. That was disgusting. Had to put like 5 signs on that door that was like out of commission for like the next 3 months. Whoever did that, man, has not showed their face at work ever since. We play this joke. We're like, yeah, they still work there. It's been 2 months. We're still waiting for them to get out that bathroom. Unbelievable. So listen, man, don't go back. They don't want you there. They don't want you there. Bob, they don't want you. Whoever wrote this, you, him, whoever, they don't want you there. Don't go back. New job. They had to fix that door, man. They knew you did that. The guy who fixed that door was like, how'd this happen? And questions probably went around. Cameras probably were checked. Toilet paper were probably counted. They knew it was you, man. And let's go. Last but not least, guys. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I like this one. I remember reading this one earlier. I like this one. The producer's on vacation, guys. I gave the producer paid leave, so I'm doing all the heavy lifting around here. I'm picked out the subreddits. I had to read them a little bit, make sure they were interesting. So when the producer's here, I'm kind of blind to the things we do. So bear with me, guys. My son asked me why I didn't hug him anymore. I don't even know what subreddit this one was in. Maybe today I fudged up. For context, my son is 14 and I'm his dad. Yesterday, I was watching TV on the couch and he came in and sat beside me, like right up against me. I asked what was up. He said nothing. A few moments later, he says, I guess I was wondering if maybe I could get a hug. I said, sure. Why do you ask? I was just curious something was wrong, he says. He says, I don't know. I guess you never really hug me anymore. I tell him, I'm sorry. And I gave him a hug. We hugged for a while. Honestly, it felt a little awkward. I'm not sure why. All in my head, I guess. When we let go, I see a tear. I asked what's wrong. He says nothing. It just felt nice. I'm sorry. I said it's okay. I asked if he wants to sit with me a bit. He says okay. He sits beside me and I put my arm around him and we watch TV in silence. I felt tense at first, but I started to relax a little over time. The next morning, I go up and give him a hug. He says, it's okay, you don't have to hug me all the time or anything. I said I want to. He hugs me back. Anyways, I guess I'm a terrible parent because my own son has to ask me to hug him and act like I care about him. For some reason, I feel like hugging my own son. And for some reason, I feel weird hugging my own son. End of rant. Okay. This one I really do like. Because one, I sometimes feel like that now. Last time I saw my dad, I gave him a tight hug because I was in my house thinking, when was the last time I gave my dad a hug? I told myself, when I see my dad, I'm just giving him a tight hug. So I kind of understand where this is coming from. And my dad comes to hug me every time he sees me, guys. And I hug him. But I'm thinking, like, when he's sitting down, I go see him and I just give him, like, hey, what's up, Doc? Pops? I'm like, I should give him a hug. He's eating there on the table. Hug him from behind. Give him a tight hug. Don't let him go. That's my father, man. If you got your dad with you, man, go and give him a tight hug right now. If you live with them, go right now. Right now, stop what you're doing. I'll be right here. I won't leave. All right, now that we're back. Thank you. I'm sure he appreciated that. If your dad is unfortunately not here with you, go hug your mother. If your mom's not here with you, if your mom is here and your dad's not here, rest in peace to them. If you don't have them in your life, they're lost. If they decided that they didn't want to be in your life, they're lost. But back to the rant. I love this because that little boy at 14 years old is so brave. At 14 is when you start to get that pride, that manly pride that you're like, emotions, what? My dad, what? And honestly, a lot of parents not lose their kid literally, but lose that childish friendship or relationship they have with their kid. At that age, either daughters or sons, they start getting boyfriends, they start hanging out with their friends, they forget about mom and dad. I know this because I was there, I feel like the other day. It was around 10 years ago when I was 15. So, not 16, we're going down, not up. So about 11 years ago when I was 14. I remember that like it was the other day. That's when I started, come on, Mom, why you all up on me kissing me? Come on, Mom. And I'm like, I gotta go kiss my mama. I gotta go give my mama a hug. I gotta make sure that I make every second count. Because it's gonna be a day that I'm gonna be wishing that I had all these seconds again with her. And my dad. So, brave young man here. And honestly, I'm sure Pop's right there will start thinking about this more and start hugging his son more. That's it. When his son is 25, my age, he's gonna be thinking, man, I love my dad comes up to me and hugs me. He's so annoying, but he gives me these hugs, man. He's not even gonna remember that he felt that way when he was 14. Dad will remember. He'll make sure it never happens again. That's the moral of the story. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I'm sure that has a happy ending until the end. Dad is bothering the son with all the huggies. Her son is probably like, yo, enough, man. That was nice, Bob. That was nice. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I really enjoyed doing that. I'll probably pick more up for next week. Let me know if you guys enjoy that little segment. If you guys want to see maybe different subreddits, if you guys like the ones from today, let me know down below. I want to hear some feedback, guys. Let me know. When I don't get feedback, I'm kind of just here doing this on my own. You know, I'm kind of just like, producer, what you think? Yeah, producer gives me ideas. We go through it. And then we're like, yeah, I'm sure people will like that. I'm sure we'll like that when we go back and watch the videos in the future. So let me know. Let me hear from you guys. But most importantly, stay blessed, stay healthy, enjoy the time with your family, man. Hug a loved one today. Hug a loved one. Send you guys much love. Bobby, send you guys love. See you guys next week. It's your host with the most. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to In the Shed. We love all the support, guys. If you don't, it's fine. It's fine. We don't. It's free, but it's not by force. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I'll catch you next week. Pow, pow, pow.
In the shed.